I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First carry for James Conner. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Darnold from the gun. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
4 down, 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. To the air again, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Darnold, it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he stopped after a gain of 1, not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. His throw incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. It's caught by Davis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here we go. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
26 Mike.
From the 40 now on second down, Trubisky. And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down now, Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Trubisky. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And they'll go on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Bengals score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strong left.
From the gun, a give to Connor. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. That's complete to his running back, Connor. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I'm coming.
On 1st down, Akers. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Eifert has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now Trubisky to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Cameron Brate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run the counter. Akers.
Let's go, baby.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Trubisky will throw. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And now out come the Steelers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Darnold. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Complete to Washington. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Here we go, D, all day, defense, all day. All right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he completes it to Boyd. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Trubisky now, pretty remarkable, 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Well, there's 2 sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able to win it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky who's looked sharp thus far. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They'll run on first down. Akers. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense now.
And that's blocked. The Steelers get it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they're going to wind up with a football now at the 37-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Connor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Darnold. That's complete to his running back, Connor. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Here we go.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. On 1st down, Akers, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. 3rd and 1, you had the run-pass option. Now, not so much.
Yeah, it changes the play call, doesn't it? And that's probably a big reason why those offensive coordinators laminate their play sheets. You can't just rip them and tear them up when you're angry about something like that.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Darnold now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On 3rd down, it's Bowman, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On 2nd and 12, Darnold, screen pass to Connor.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Darnold completes it. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. He'll get that one complete to Connor. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. To the air again, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action with Trubisky.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Trubisky, and nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. Steps away to his left. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession, but I think that they...
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Darnold's pass complete to number 83. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A chance for us again to look at this Pittsburgh defense. Recovered the fumble, up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. Trubisky will throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
They'll run on first down. It's Connor, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Washington's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Rush in. Rush in.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Now he's flushed out left. He'll try and run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They run the counter. Akers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Again, a run with counter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the counter, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third.
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. And they'll wind up taking over there in their own territory inside the 40. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down inside the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
There it is, partner. You see it. Four fingers.
You're holding
what does that
four
mean?
Fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter. What we found out so far, 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get it.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Darnold. And he finds McDonald. And he's taken down inside the 30.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Mike 57. Hey, here we go. 57 to Mike.
Darnold on first down.
Hey, watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again is Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Darnold to throw again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Trubisky. He completes it to Boyd. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Steps away. And an alley to run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. He may try and run for this. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
All right, partner, I'm a defender.
Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Darnold now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
55. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in.